All right, good afternoon. My name is Brett Pollock, and I'm the current president of the Leadership Manatee Alumni Association. I want to welcome you today to Renaissance on 9th for the 18th Annual Kent Schultz Distinguished Citizenship Award and Annual Luncheon.
Thank you very much, Brett. First of all, I just want to thank you all, as members of the alumni, for your continued support of the Leadership Manatee program by encouraging others to apply for the program, and also through your sponsorships, that's through your membership. I'm really excited today to announce that we have graduated over 1,000 future and current leaders. I also want to say congratulations to this year's graduates, many of whom are here today. As the program manager for Leadership Manatee, I thank these graduates for the critical job that they are about to undertake as facilitators for this coming year's program. So it's important that you all that are here today remember that each day is created by you and the success of each day belongs to you. So please give anyone in the class from this past year, if you want to just kind of raise your hand. I know we have, oh, look at that, they're all right there. Congratulations. And finally, I would like to thank this past year's program sponsors. We have C1 Bank, Sun Hydraulics, and Tropicana Products. And I'm glad to say that they have all signed up again for the coming year as sponsors. And yes, please give them a round of applause. And just to put a little bug into your ear, we will always welcome more sponsorships. So please, if you would like information on sponsorships, please contact me. I'll be glad to give that to you. I'm also excited to announce that the applications for the 2013-2014 Leadership Manatee program is available online at the Chamber's website. So please let your friends know, your coworkers and colleagues know the application is available, and just encourage them to apply. This is a wonderful program, and we welcome anyone in applying for the program. Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and announce our next speaker. It's Jothy Shanker. He's going to come up and talk a little bit about Junior Leadership Manatee.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity to showcase the Junior Leadership program about. How many of you have heard of Junior Leadership before? Oh, almost all of you. Awesome, awesome. If you have a high school going child who is a sophomore this year, you should strongly consider taking part in the Junior Leadership program. There is no other program who can wake up your teenage high school kid morning at 6 o'clock on their vacation day. So, Junior Leadership program has been serving the junior leaders, the future leaders of our community. We teach them about values, about their character, developing friendships. During the orientation day, you can see all the Manatee High in one end, all the Southeast on another end, St. Stephen's. But as the program days progress, you can see all of them mingling together, and that's what the program is all about. They learn so much about the community. They want to come back and serve the community, which is awesome. This year, there are about 6 program days. They go around and then they learn so much about. Many of them haven't even seen inside the IMG academies when they take them inside and say that this is a $350 million program in Manatee County right here. They were awed, especially the sports that they are offering. We take them to Bell Fishing Company. They see all the big fishes. They get so excited, ask questions about fishing and on that. But most of all, they are very excited. On the way back from the Bell Fishing Company, when I stop in my Cold Stone and offer them free ice cream, they're very happy with that too. But the program is about developing leaders. So before they are leaders, the success is all about themselves. But once they become leaders, it's about making others successful. That's what we are trying to build that for them right from the young age. So we need your help in spreading the program. So if you have big pockets, come see us. If you have a big heart, come see us. If you have big brains, come help us out. So we could all help them in their vertical voyage towards their success. Thank you.
All right, at this time, I'd like to recognize our board members who are coming off the board this year. And as I call your name, if you would please come up and receive your gift. Immediate past president and Tara Polton. The next one is Treasurer Jay Digma. Unfortunately, Jay could not be here today because he's on baby watch. His wife is expecting any minute now. Tara Bailing. Mark Burke. Vera McGill. And the other end of the book chest will be Bill Polton. So they'll have two, one for one side, one for the other. Bill says join Leadership Manatee and get married. Okay. Now it's time for some of my outgoing messages as the president. First of all, we've all had a busy year. And thanks to the board and the hard work of the board, we accomplished a lot this year. First of all, we gave the Leadership Manatee $1,500 for scholarships for this past year and another $1,000 towards the program. In May, we had our first joint leadership day with Sarasota. It's now known as the Minnesota Leadership Exchange. That was very successful, and thanks to John Horn and Terry Bailing for being our MCs on the bus for the Sarasota people. They got to see places in Manatee County they didn't even know about. So thanks to Terry and John. In August, we hosted the welcome breakfast for the new Leadership Manatee group. And in September, we had a sneak peek of the downtown Riverwalk. And this was actually a week or so before the Riverwalk opened. After that, we had a little networking party downtown there at the River Dance as well. In January, we did the Bunker Hill Winery Tour and Ghost Tour. That was a little networking event that you have to drive all the way out to Duet for, but it was fun. In February, we recognized the current class at a downtown establishment on Old Main Street, and that was very successful. And I see a lot of the graduates from that class here, so thank you very much for supporting us. Okay, now we're going to move on to what we've been waiting for. So I'd like to call up Ashley Brown. What? We're doing what? Oh, it's your turn. I'm sorry. Lynn, come on up. Lynn Callahan, I'm calling up Lynn Callahan. She's going to give the Kent Schultz legacy so everybody understand what this award is about. Thank you, Lynn.
Hi there. Apparently I couldn't behave myself last year, so they gave me the serious topic. Today we are honoring one of our own Leadership Manatee alumni, class of 1993-94, Kent Schultz. This is a reflection of his memory and his legacy he left behind, leaving his mark on the community and in our hearts for a short time he spent in Manatee County. Taken away much too young at 34 years old, he fought a courageous battle with melanoma. Kent was originally from St. Louis, Missouri, by way of Dallas, graduating SMU with his blind date, Kimberly Connard. They married and made their way to Bradenton, to her hometown, soon to be his, which he embraced wholeheartedly. They started blockbuster videos, franchises throughout Bradenton and Sarasota, as well as starting a family. Kent and Kimberly had two boys, Eric and Logan. They probably don't remember much about him, but make no mistake, we were very fortunate to have known him. To be able to be up here speaking his praises, I can't do it as well as his usual presenter, Dr. Connard. He must have been a great guy. His father-in-law and his parents, and it's apparent that he was a special person, having supportive in-laws like Doc and Betty, and his kids have turned out to be so great. Ken immersed himself in the family and in the community, and he was an advocate for children's causes. Kiwanis Buddy Program was where he served as a mentor for fatherless boys. Sarasota Riding Therapy, horseback riding for disabled children, Board of Volunteer Services, United Way are just a few of his affiliations. He always had a kind word and a way about him that inspired others. In just a few years, he made quite an impact. This is what leadership is all about. Every year, we remind ourselves why we honor Kent and why we select an alum that exemplifies the same spirit and leadership he had in our community. Now for Ashley.
Ashley, come on up. And also with us today is Dr. and Mrs. Connard, and there's grandson Logan. So if you guys would come on up too while Ashley talks about our award winner.
My name is Ashley Brown, and when Tara Poulton called me to ask me if I would introduce Jamie, my first thought was, why aren't Amanda and Lisa up here who nominated her? Chickens. My next thought was, Jamie deserves someone better than me. I know. And look, that's why we love you. You give that face. So, not because she doesn't love me and I don't love her, but because she's had such an impact. So I thought, Dan Miller. If you all don't know, Jamie worked with Dan Miller for years. Do not start crying. I'm not looking at Jamie. I'm going to go back here. Worked for Dan Miller for years. So I called Dan and Glenda, and when I told them why I was calling, their first comment, we love Jamie. And that is the statement you get from 99.9% of the people. Unfortunately, Dan couldn't be here, but they send their heartfelt congratulations. And you're stuck with me. So, the thing about Jamie is she went to high school here, she worked here, she volunteers here, and I'm not kidding that typically the first comment is, we love Jamie. She's so great. And it's her hospitality and grace that has impacted so many things in our community. How many of you been to Snooty Gala? I like to refer to it as our adult prom. Jamie and Eloise Lish, who I saw here somewhere, they were the first ones to start Snooty Gala. EDC, has anyone been to Hobnob? All right, Jamie and Mike, her wonderful husband, were on the founding of that Let's Have a Party to Raise Money. The Crosswade Fishing Tournament, again as a team, Jamie and Mike. How many people have been in Jamie's kitchen chopping vegetables, getting ready, wearing silver cowboy hats? Yes, and we still like you. The Women's Resource Center, they moved furniture out of their house, not once, not twice, but 3 times, 3 years in a row. And it doesn't even occur to her that that's a big deal, because why wouldn't you? It's easy. I wouldn't move furniture out of my house. Last night when I was talking to her, she said, you know how uncomfortable this makes me, which is why it's perfect that it's you, because it's your quiet grace that makes your leadership so evident in all you do. So my friend, congratulations.
I was told I had to give a speech, and I'm not very good at that. Dr. Connard, Mrs. Connard, Logan, one of our junior leadership graduates, thank you so much, and thanks for keeping Kent's spirit here in Manatee County. I knew something was going on when, I was getting calls, hey, I need your resume. What do you need my resume for? Stop it. What are you doing? And, but I never expected to be chosen for this award. Thank you so much, all of you. Today is our daughter Katie's 25th birthday. And if I remember correctly, I was pregnant for her. And Mike was very involved with the chamber back then. And I think he was at a meeting with Eloise. and leaned over to Eloise and said, "Can you please find something for Jamie to do? She's driving me crazy." And that was it. And that's how I got involved. And I was off and running, volunteering in the community. Mike, thank you so much for your encouragement, your support, your patience with me, because you never knew what was coming down the track with me, such as moving out all the furniture for a fundraiser at our house. By volunteering as a board member, taking on the responsibility on a committee, whatever needs to be done, you never know what opportunities are going to arise for you. I've had a great run, starting Snooty's Gala, and I was very excited to be asked to work on it last year, and it was so rewarding to see, number one, that it's still going on and it's very successful, and and to see all the new faces. And, it's very rewarding to get involved in the community. There's so many opportunities that I had, working with Eloise, with a lot of you in this room. I can't believe some of you are here. Glenda Wright, who, I worked with in Dan's campaign, and my girls from Early Learning Coalition, and all of you, thank you so much for coming today and supporting me. What I'd really like to say is your community needs you, and you never know what passions will develop and what opportunities and accomplishments will unfold. It's really a good gig, and it started all for me with Leadership Manatee. And I've watched over the years the classes that have gone through the program, and they tend to get together after a full day on the bus roaming around at certain establishments downtown, especially mine, O'Brick's, my favorite. And it makes me smile to, know that the relationships and the friendships that are coming your way. And, it makes me smile. It makes me smile. We have a great group in here. Look around, all of you, and know how important you are to our community in Bradenton. You are all so wonderful. Thank you for supporting me over the years. I know I've ran a few off too, and you know who you are. But I can't thank you enough, and thank you so much for coming today.
Okay, before I turn the gavel over to our new incoming president, I have several people I'd like to thank. First and foremost is my wife, Vicki, and my son, Max, who's been very patient with me over the last year while I was doing this and trying to finish up my master's degree, so they appreciate it. To my parents, because in the mid-1990s, they told me about this Leadership Manatee program that was going on and encouraged me to attend, join, apply. I didn't make it the first time, which doesn't mean you should just stop. I got in the second time, so I want to thank my parents for that. The next people I'd like to thank is Fire Chief Andy Price and the Board of Commissioners of the West Manatee Fire Rescue District, because they understand the importance of being involved in the community, meeting current leaders and future leaders so that partnerships and relations can be developed to make our community better. And finally, the board. I was just talking to Dan a minute ago about how great the board is and all the little antics we sometimes have go on at the board meetings. But still, without the board, this couldn't be where it is today. The association could not be where it is today. And again, I want to thank the board. So now it's time to bring up the 2013-2014 president, Stacy Vlahakis.
I had to prepare a little something, but before I give the closing remarks, I want to thank Brett for all he has done for us, for his leadership and his inspiration and organization skills, and also time management. He keeps us very tight on the schedule. But for all your help, I want to thank you. Yeah.
We're going to be on time.
Yes, we are. And boy, this event went quick. But thank you, Brett, so much for all your service. I also wanted to take a moment to say how inspiring I find each and every one of you. It's just interesting how you just meet people along the way. And I just am so joyful to be a part of this. And, you know, it just starts with one idea, one inspiration to say, you know, there's a need that we have that needs to be met here. And, you know, I grew up here. Sorry, I don't know why. But I just really value everybody's participation, ideas, support. We can't do this without any one of you in here. So, okay, I'm sorry. You know, Leadership Manatee exists because of you. And for your desire to make this area the best it can be. And it's selfish, you know, we want to be a part of our community, but we want to have friends and colleagues, and I feel like we have the best of both worlds. We get to help, and we get to have friendships, lifelong friendships. And we were just talking at the table, just, you know, if there's a need that needs to be met here in the county, we may not know each other on a day-to-day basis, but I could call any one of you and say, I have an idea. Don't know where to start, don't know where to go. Can you help me? And people will help. They won't even know what the heck they're volunteering for. People like Jamie, you know, you just move furniture. Okay, you do what you have to do. And it's inspirational to me to see what little ideas, like the Sneedy Gala. I have been volunteering for that for the last couple of years, thanks to Leah, who I met through leadership. And I didn't even know that we had so much spirit in this community until I became a part of it. So thank you for all of you to be a part of this.
He was telling the truth when you're not there. You just come back and have something to do. I really, really want you all to sign up for, it's the Minnesota Leadership Exchange. And so on this day, you actually have the opportunity for the Manatee County folks to go to Sarasota. Sarasota comes here to see what we're doing, and we go there to see what they're doing. And I was on the bus last year, and it was an absolutely amazing experience, and some things I knew and some things I did not know. Registration will go on tomorrow, so when you get your emails, do not close me out. And if you're not able to go, it's May 3rd. Now, those of you who haven't been in Leadership Manatee for a while and you're not used to getting up about 6:30, that is a day you're going to have to set aside to do that. Because we're trying to leave exactly at 8 o'clock. We'll be at the Gold Coast in Sarasota. That's where we'll be leaving from. We want you to really, really, one of the places that I think we're going to be going that we had made sure that was confirmed was the Siesta Key Rum. And some of you might know it as the drum circle stealing. You can drink and you can get away with it during the day. And nobody's gonna look at you funny. So tomorrow is gonna go on. It's $50. We also have a networking event after. If you're not able to make the event during the day, it's $10, and you can also bring a guest after hours also if you want to network with some of the Sarasota. We did it last year and it was amazing, and we really, really appreciate if our ex-alumni, or excuse me, our alumni sign up to do this. Thank you.
So with that being said, this meeting is closed, and I wish everybody a nice, joyful day. Thank you.